Facebook Live.
What can we learn by going to facebook.com/gaming? For my own learning and growth as a game streamer on Facebook, I've learned that it's critical for me, if I'm expecting to have a realistic chance at getting good results streaming games on Facebook, I need to also watch games and browse games and discover streamers, because then I understand what the process is like being on the opposite end of it. When I just started gaming streaming on Facebook, I wasn't actually watching any games on Facebook because I was still watching mostly stuff on Twitch. And that left me confused as to how people browse games and as to what elements were most important in my stream. So what you can see, if you go to facebook.com/gaming, there'll be one featured streamer up there. And I just forget about the featured streamer. Forget about how many views other people are getting. That stuff doesn't matter, except to motivate and inspire you that it's possible for you to be up there too. And if you stream and you make an amazing community and you love and interact with each of your viewers, you'll get a chance up there too if you're streaming and doing what you love. So don't worry about trying to get that and getting jealous and all that stuff. Focus on learning and growth and making an amazing community, appreciating each individual viewer that comes along. And when you need to do learning and growth, there's a great opportunity browsing Facebook gaming. You can see how the descriptions and titles get used here. This is on the desktop. Now, I'll show you kind of how it looks more on mobile in a minute. On the desktop, what you can see is the title goes up here. The title goes up here. So what people see first and are able to click on is the title. Therefore, you really want your game and or what you're doing in the game to be right away, right up on top, because then people can see it. You don't want to title something off topic or that people won't recognize immediately, because you see when you're looking through these live now browsing, you can see the game over here. So it's a good opportunity. You may not notice the game right there, but if you're doing an Easter egg, if you're doing a specific level, it's really good to do that there. For example, these two streams are Mobile Legends, but then this one, you can see these different titles. Now, some of these streams are not good, well done, so to speak. And others of the streams, you can see that these longer titles give you more space in here. It might be worth doing a longer title to get that more space. Then the beginning of your description down here is another little spot where you get to kind of sell your stream. So you've got your title and your description combined with the game and your name up here. Only the beginning of this is what you get to essentially attract someone new to your stream. Therefore, you want to get the game and or what you're doing in the game right away in here. You might benefit or you might not from a longer title, and then the beginning of your description should complement the title. I've noticed some of my streams, if it's exact same, it's often redundant. You want to complement each other when you can. So what you can see over here browsing, then this is kind of what the mobile setup looks like. On mobile devices, when you browse, it kind of looks like this as well. And on this one, all you get's the title. So your description doesn't even come into play on here. And then you can see the page pop up. You can just see the game and the description. So you ideally want to maybe put the game in twice and or get exactly what you're doing in here so that you can attract your audience right away. Now, you don't want to put anything fake in there or ask for an engagement or follows in any of that either, because those things can get you disciplined and or banned from the streaming program. So you want to make sure to just put honest, authentic gameplay in there. Something like Fortnite Live PS4 gameplay is fine. You can try and focus on your ranking if you want to. This one's a nice little title, Modern Warfare 2 Sniping Pro. You can Fallout 96 gameplay reveal. You've got lots of good titles you can use. And the nice thing on this one, while they are sorted by viewers, then they're not specifically organized by you don't see how many viewers there are on this page. So we'll click one of these. We'll pick one to click. Where's the you can click one, and then it's a good idea to get to know the entire experience as a viewer so that you can see things that you might want to do or not to do based on other people's streams. Now, the downside of this is you can learn bad habits watching other people's streams. You could watch someone else that's essentially doing something wrong and even breaking the terms and conditions. You could copy them and get in trouble yourself. Like, wait a minute, someone else was doing this. So you want to make sure you know what is and is not allowed. For example, the basic thing that's not allowed, don't put your whole stream or a big part of your stream as pre-recorded content. You want to be playing live, authentic content. You also obviously want to make sure you're only playing things you have permission. In other words, no copyright violations. And no engagement bait. You've probably seen a lot of engagement bait on Facebook, but it's not allowed, and they enforce it pretty well on the streamers, especially because these tend to be more visible. So you don't want anything asking for follows, anything trying to artificially get likes, like posting up a quote and saying, like if you agreed, none of that. You can ask for follows all directly in the stream itself. One more thing to note is you get these live stream notifications pop up. If someone has chosen to get live notifications, then only the beginning of the description comes in like this. So if you click on this, then you go to someone's gaming video page, and then this is the interface you get right here. And you can also encourage people to hit see first on the feed, and then you've got the live notifications you can turn on or turn off, and there's not a big difference that you can see on it. So you can look and see on this one, he's chosen to go with a short gameplay. I also encourage generosity with other people's streams. If you expect people to like your streams and support you, and you're going around watching people's streams, not leaving a like on their streams, you won't feel good asking for people to participate on your stream. If you're not willing to follow other people, how are you going to ask people to follow you on their stream? So when you follow someone, these live notifications, when you've got them set, can come up. And you've also got these things by game. Now, if you want to get in and get a lot of views, when you get to having a great stream, Facebook can actually pop a notification up from people you're not even following. For example, some of the notifications I've got, I have no idea Mo was playing live Call of Duty. I have no idea who that is. It just popped up in my notifications because I follow a particular game. That way you want to make sure and play whatever game you want to play. You don't always need to play the newest game or the best game, because you're only going to pop a notification if you get to be one of the top streams usually. And you can actually do that sometimes playing a game that almost no one else is playing. You get a good stream on a game people have followed but hardly anyone streams on. That can be a really good chance to get some new viewers. And then there's suggested streamers and there's recommended for you. And so if you put up some highlighted videos, definitely you want some highlight videos of your best moments, because some of these videos can have discovery of their own. But don't get into too much worrying about whether you're on the suggested streamers or all that, because it gets to be really annoying sometimes. You see people that are suggested and you're like, why am I not on there like me? And it's like, don't worry about all that stuff. Just browse, look around, help other people, and you might be able to find some people specifically by game that you'd like to do some co-streams with also. And I think if you want to do great streams, like I want to do great streams, then it's up to me to also watch other people's streams, because that helps me learn what the experience is like as a viewer. So I hope, especially if you've never watched a stream before, or I've hoped to point out a few things with this that might be helpful for you as a viewer.